AJ Gore here. I want to take a minute today and go over some barbecue with you guys. I don't know if you guys watched my last YouTube video where I featured some Sassy Jones Willard's barbecue sauce Bloody Mary mix. It's a Bloody Mary mix with a barbecue sauce flavor to it in a way. It's pretty neat. It's definitely not your traditional Bloody Mary mix. But that was by Sassy Jones Barbecue Sauce Company. Well, again today we're going to use some more Sassy Jones products. Why? Because I love them. We're going to use some Sassy Jones rib rub and check out some of their barbecue sauces. So today I'm going to go over some different ways to prepare ribs. We've got some spare ribs and then we've got some back ribs. So first thing we need to do is get rid of this silver skin, because the silver skin is flat awful. If you leave that on there, it's going to turn into the most plasticky, terrible, tough tissue on the back of these ribs, and they won't come off, they won't tear apart. It's just not the way to eat ribs. So let's get this silver skin off and get to rubbing these ribs. Okay, so the silver skin here on this set of ribs is this little tissuey stuff here on the back of the ribs, right here against the rib bones. What you want to do is take you like a paring knife or a good little kitchen knife here, and I like to start somewhere around the middle, and you'll want to go just in here, puncture just between the meat and the skin. Try not to go through the skin, and get you a little flap going there. You see? Take your finger and just run it all to the inside right here. Sometimes it's going to tear on you, but your goal is to start peeling it up. See there? You're gonna have some stragglers you gotta deal with. That happens. Tear that off, work that forward. Now we've got it in one big piece. Get a hold of that skin and peel it off. Now that's how you remove your silver skin. If you got some excessive big pieces of fat or anything that you don't want on there, now's the time to go ahead and peel it off. Something like that may freak some people out. To me, that's no big deal. I'm not worried about that stuff. But if you want to take that off, you can take that off. Flip it over, inspect. I'm going to leave this little bit of a fat ring here that's going to melt down in there, make some good ribs. Let's go ahead and keep removing our silver skin. Right, now we're going to take our Sassy Jones rib rub and we're going to spread it liberally all across our ribs here. These are pretty cool because they come in a resealable package, but you better believe that I'm going to probably use every bit of this between the 4 racks of ribs that we've got to rub. So we're going to go ahead and spread some of this on, this love here. Give them a good coating and rub them around. Man, that smells good. Oh, that smells good. Well, we got our ribs all rubbed up. We made sure we removed all the silver skin. Got our Sassy Jones special rib rub, dusted it all over, rubbed it in, letting it sit for a little bit. But now it's come time to go ahead and get these ribs on the smoker. Alright, so we got our ribs here. We're getting ready to go onto the smoker. That big dog open. As you can see, I've already got a brisket going on in there. But right now, it's all about the ribs, baby. Back ribs here. And now we're going to lay on our beautiful spare ribs. These ribs are going to go for about 4 or 5 hours at about 240 to 250 degrees today. Try to keep it around 240 if all possible. So let's go ahead and get this door closed, because if you're looking, you ain't cooking. Okay guys, so we've got our ribs here. It's time to go ahead and put a little bit of love on there. We're going to baste these with some, of course, Sassy Jones BBQ sauce. Baste some on here. Dog's excited about it. Just go ahead and give them a coating. A nice little liberal coat. Some people like to use apple juice. Some people like to use Dr. Pepper mixed in there. Whatever you want to do. This is how I'm doing it today. Ugh, smoke's getting to me. Okay guys, so now we need to go ahead and take some of our spare ribs and our back ribs. We're going to transport it here in a second to our tin foil here. I'm going to put a layer of brown sugar down. This is going to caramelize. Give it that real good sweet savory flavor. Get your nice little bed going here. And of course, a liberal coating of butter. You can use any butter. I use a squeeze butter because it's easier. Go ahead and set your rib down on there. And repeat right on top. Wrap this up tight. Throw it right back up on the smoker for about another 2 hours. Well, we found out our ribs were pretty much done on the smoker, so we went ahead and pulled them off. We've got just our basted ribs here that we didn't put in foil and do the sugar wrap with them. They've just been sauced with the Sassy Jones BBQ sauce. But these ribs here have been sauced, rubbed, as well as put in that brown sugar butter bath. So let's go ahead and pull these out. We'll go ahead and carve them up and start serving them like we did with these other ribs here. Be very, very careful when you're pulling these ribs out. As you can see, it's very hot and steamy. They will burn you, and this melted, pretty much homemade molasses is like lava. It is napalm pretty much. You get it on it, it will burn you really bad. Ooh, these ribs are gonna fall apart. Hot, really hot. So go ahead and be careful. Don't spill your foil sauce there. Now let's carve some ribs. You can just find your bone here. You can see your bone starting to pull. Use that to kind of be your guideline of where to cut. Half the time they'll fall apart. You don't want them falling completely apart. You still want a little bit of a bite left in your rib. But a lot of times that bone will pull right out. Go ahead and cut them up. You can do them in singles or like I've done with a couple ribs to each side and serve them to your family. Give them a try, guys. Enjoy. I hope you like my recipe.